What's going down, Commanders? Just a little update today, and there's a big problem I see with these legendary Lightbringers, and that is the typo, as Kixeye want to call it. 1,000 damage reduction, where it says 10,000 at the top, but then 100,000 at the bottom, and apparently the 100,000 is carried over to the unit. That's a flat damage reduction, and there's the problem with this is that actually makes the unit without that 100,000 flat damage. We've got a mundane unit. It's too slow. It shoots too slow. Nothing about it's good except for that 100,000. The splash is very limited, and that's a big problem. I've been using it quite a bit since yesterday, late afternoon, and I just don't see. Once they reduce that down, I would keep it as it is. Let us have fucking fun. You know what I mean? Let the players enjoy the unit. It does. There is a counter to it. There is a counter to anything that comes in your base. What all I can say is you want to go fully survivors, and that sort of counteracts it. It's not perfect. You are going to get a bubble eventually, but it's just one of them things where do Kixeye remove it and make the unit crap, or do they keep it in and keep the unit at a decent, making it a half decent unit compared to some of the other stuff? I'm in two minds whether I like the Cosmonautas over these. I'm in two minds with it because they're just so slow. And you know, anything you run alongside them is going to be miles in front of them before they get to a target. And that's my biggest problem with these. They've got great range. This silver tech makes the unit, in my opinion. And I think Kixeye are too stubborn to realise, well, not too stubborn, too selfish to understand that to work as hard as we did in that last skirmish to get these units, they need to be good. If they're not good, then it's kind of a slap in the face to the players that spent either money, time, or whatever else you want to use to get these units. It just makes no sense to me, and it's just a shame that they're gonna turn these units from good. I'm not going to say great because they're not. From good to very mundane, very slow moving, boring units, in my opinion. And it's all because of that 100,000 flat damage reduced down to 10,000, and it's gonna come back. I've hit some bases over the last couple of days where they've worked out a counter for it. As I say, it's sentinels. You want to go full sentinels in your survivors. Sorry guys, full survivors in your base, and it sort of the 100% warlust sort of counteracts these to a degree, but they're not. It's not perfect. After a couple of hits, you're going to get flat unless you're calling your base units or using your repair logistics. I don't know. I've got a couple of videos of me using these, but I don't want to put the videos up because it's false advertising for Kixeye, but knowing that tomorrow they're going to reduce the unit down to ashes, basically, in my opinion. It ain't going to be a good unit. I would keep the 100,000 if it was me, because at the end of the day, they're losing players hand over fist. And the players that they've got left, they might as well let them enjoy the fucking unit for a while. Like everything, it don't last forever in the game. It's 2 months' time. About 2 months' time, we'll be looking to get a new legendary unit, the new next best thing for 2 months. And it makes no sense to reduce this down. At least that tech. I would actually increase this slightly. I would put the speed up to about 3.5. I don't think there is a speed tech. No, look, it's just. I just think, yeah, they're missing something, and they need I would leave it. I'd come out and say, no, we've thought about it, and we're going to leave it. You guys enjoy this unit. It's only going to be good for 2 months. Some people spent massive amounts of coins on this unit, and they deserve to get a bit of time out of it before it's just by the wayside. And it's a shame, because it could have been. It is right now. It's a good unit, in my opinion, but after tomorrow, the big nerf. The unit lasted, what, 5 days? 6 days? Before Kixeye decided that that's enough of it. It's a shame, but yeah. I also want to discuss this bloody, bear with me, the actual event structures. And Kixeye needs to get rid of this, in my opinion, as well. The bonus, completion bonus, both of them. You know, what they're saying here is false. You can hit targets multiple times and wins will count towards future set completion, so you won't be penalised. You are penalised If you can't do the general 2 or 3 and you're stuck doing a general run, you have to get one unit, one of the new units that come out of this last sector breach, which was the Lightbringers. You have to play through this base 17 times to buy one unit. But if they reduced it, and I'm not saying they have to drastically, if they removed that and went, right, we're going to put 10k there, 10k there, and make this one 20 or 25k, or even 30k, I'd go with 30k. So 10k, 10k, 30k. If someone's hitting this one, it's only 9 times they have to hit that base to get the unit. It's a drastic decrease, and it actually feels like the players actually feel like they're getting somewhere. And these ones, you probably want to double these up. So 34, 34, and I think it works out to be 106,000 XP for completing this one. And just totally get rid of this. This is the biggest problem we've got with the event structures as they stand. And again, I think Kixeye are too stubborn to understand that they're losing players hand over fist. The amount of people that have PM'd me, even ones that I didn't know, thanking me for the videos that I've done over the years, and saying that's me done. I've had enough. A couple of friends have also said it. If you look on the most of the pages, people have just had enough. They just don't see why they should be grinding. And I agree with them, because once Thursday comes, this unit's going to be no good. Absolutely no good. And, you know, all that grinding for nothing. But yeah, if they just reduced, just took that away, the bonus, fuck the bonus completion, we don't need it. And just dripped it into these, feed them back into these 3. And these 3 here. So 10k, 10k, 30k, 32k, 34k, 34k. And I've got it written down here somewhere. It works out to be 106 to get the total amount that you get there with that 100,000. And it would make the players feel like they're getting somewhere in these events. This event and the sector breach are the worst things that Kixeye have come up with. And they've actually ported that through into the main event now. If you look at the main event structure, it's 3 bases, you get a bonus for the main track. I think there's a token track. You don't really get a bonus for that. But there's main track, and then there's the, I can't remember the names of them, but it's main track and then the higher level track, which is 2 bases, and then you get a bonus completion. At least then it makes sense in that event for me, because we can use all the units at our disposal. With the skirmish and sector breach, you're limited on the amount of units you can use. And it's got to the point where players haven't got these units now. They've given up on the event, and they're not willing to. They're not going to spend money if they're dreading doing the event. They're not going to spend money if they think the event sucks. And that's all. I just wish Kixeye would just listen a little bit. Not maybe to me, but I've seen some of the other comments, and they're flooded in over the weekend on the page. People, I know a lot of people quit and then come back and blah blah blah. But if they lose half them people that have quit, the game's reduced in size again. It's just sad, and I hope they make some changes. Just make some changes for the players for a change, instead of thinking about their own pockets all the time, or the investors to Stillfront. That's all they're thinking about. And it's as simple as lose that bonus completion, drip feed that number back into these bases. Same with this Conqueror track, General track, both the tracks. Just drip feed all that into them. You know, if these 2 bases here, General 1 and Conqueror 1, are the easiest bases, they've got to be the least amount of XP. You can't have the same amount for 2 bases when one's harder than the other. Normally it's fucking the other way around with Kixeye, but you get what I'm saying. If it's supposed to be a harder base, it should pay out more XP. It shouldn't be the same. It's just making the game suck. It really is. I didn't think I was going to complete this event. I truly didn't. I actually got ill over the weekend as well, but that ain't the point. Every time I logged in and looked at the game, I was like, oh, can I really be bothered? And it would have been the first event in, oh, God knows how long, that I just went, nah, I've had enough. Maybe 7, 8 years. Because there was a point where I just didn't want to do any more events, but way back in the day. But yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts, guys, because it isn't just my opinion that counts. It's everyone's opinion, and it don't seem like the company even give a shit. They apologise for the grind, and then they put this event out. absolutely sucked, and they know it does. I know they've got to earn coins, but there's so many ways they can earn coins without actually fucking making your game. Their creation absolutely suck, and it did. This event was fucking atrocious, and I'm not even looking forward to Skirmish next week. That's gonna suck. Even though we've got a few better units to use in Skirmish, it's gonna suck. Because that's the only thing Kixeye know how to do to produce anymore, is sucky events that drain the life out of their player base. And it's going to get to the point where it's only people that are spending money on the units to not have to do the event. That's all it's going to be. And whether that's what they want in the game or not, I don't know. But yeah, my coin stopped. A lot of the people I'm speaking to are they've only got half a foot in the game anymore, and it's a shame. And then they're gonna go and fuck the Lightbringer. Absolute joke. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you later. See you soon. Bye bye.